15 love.
Becker quite rightly looking for every opportunity to come forward. There was a time I used to feel about 4 or 5 years ago where Becker seemed to think it was a question of being more macho and out baselining the baseliners. Particularly against Agassi, when Agassi had that huge run of success against him.
Oh, yeah. Return, a big forehand cross court, lots of topspin. Larsson's having to cover the open court, and Becker goes back behind him. I mean, that, you know, it just looks like a nothing shot, but it really is a gorgeous shot. Hit the ball like a man. Give it a bit of a whack. Oh, superb.
You were talking to Boris, of course.
Whoever wants to give the ball a whack is fine by me. That was great. Just a little bit late. The power beat him.
As Larsson that time going for the big backhand as opposed to a little dink or an angle or a lob, just drilling it.
Game Larsson. Ball change, please.
No breaks then in the early stages of this third set.
The way this point's going, get comfortable, because we could be here a while. Great, more tennis, super.
To play either, but Becker's playing and leading 2-1, but it's Magnus Larsson who leads 2-1 in the third. 2-0. Of course, Becker's leading.
And talking about Ivanisevic and Kutzer, should they win, one would expect them to play again on Monday, and that really does put them under a tremendous disadvantage because the opponents that they would play would have played today, so hopefully they don't have tough matches tomorrow.
Well, Boris just having a look at Jerry Armstrong because there was no bleep from Cyclops, but I think this one was actually, was it wide? Yeah. Very close.
30 love.
Oh dear, Magnus.
That was a terrible effort. That ball landed well before the net. Oh, yes. Doesn't normally play that forehand volley. Had to flick the wrist as he hit the ball. Get it cross court. Let's have a look at it again. See, he's a little bit on the stretch, not too much.
First service. Game Becker.
Ace number 8 for Boris Becker, and a love service game.
2 games all.
as he draws level. Well, quiet, the crowd surprisingly quiet. I suppose because we haven't got so many young Swedes in the centre court. Can't afford the centre court seats. But it's a match that's never really come to life in the sense that it's been, well, one-sided is the wrong word for it, but you always fancy that Becker's been in control of it.
Except when he hits the backhand down the line.
Yeah.
He's had one or two pretty decent shots down the line, but for every one that he's hit in, he's missed at least 6 or 7. And he's done everything else pretty well, though. Outstanding return of serve. Larsson, as big as he is and with the long arms that he has, almost couldn't catch up to that ball.
Well, Becker's convinced that ball was out.
40-50.
Jerry Armstrong says no. I think if the score had been somewhat different, Becker's reaction might have been somewhat different. Agnes, come on, liven us up.
It's too powerful, Larsson. His long arms won't move quickly enough. Very low when he hit that ball. This is not going to please him too much.
On the same line, of course. Slide 8. Same line as Becker thought he should have had a call in the last game.
He comes in and plays the low backhand volley very, very well indeed, and that makes his next shot that much easier.
Game Becker. Three games all.
I think Boris Becker is saying it's about time we finish this match. Big, big forehand. There's that little angle, although it was hit a lot harder than some of the angles that you see, but it's so difficult to catch up to it because it's a shot that you don't expect anybody to do. Oh dear.
Yeah, now this is danger.
Love 30.
Long way down for Magnus Larsson to make the half volley. He didn't really ride the ball at all. Temperament of Larsson, 3 break points. Becker's got him. 2 sets to love and a break now. I don't think this is going to go to a 4th set. In the last 16, 4-3 he leads in the 3rd set, and by 2 sets to love. Well, that's the sort of shot that we've needed from Magnus, and far more of them.
15 all.
You see how wide the serve really wasn't. Larsson able to get to it. And
15 all.
return, a big forehand cross court, lots of topspin. Larsson's having to cover the open court, and Becker goes back behind him.
When Agassi had that huge run of success against him.
Oh yeah.
Becker quite rightly looking for every opportunity to come forward. There was a time I used to feel about 4 or 5 years ago where Becker seemed to think it was a question of being more macho and out baselining the baseliners, particularly against Agassi.